Hi, this is Mark Noose from Plant Talk Radio. Thanks for subscribing and listening to our podcast, Your Gardening Questions from Plant Talk Radio. To help keep this podcast free for you, we're partnering with Stoke Seeds. More than just a listing of vegetable and flower seeds, the Stoke Seeds website is a complete resource center with valuable information on seed starting, planting, and harvesting, plus all the garden accessories you need to make your garden the envy of the neighborhood. Now, pre-order your free 2017 gardening guide today from stokeseeds.com, cultivating successful growers for generations. We'll have more to come from Stoke Seeds in the next few weeks. For now, on to today's question. Be ready to mulch soon.
Yes.
Is what it says.
And that will now jump ahead. Yesterday in shorts and T-shirt, this morning rain and cool, very cool, 38 I think it was at my house, unofficially, and apparently going to get even lower than that soon, very soon. So the to-do, such as mulching, I like to suggest people buy mulch whenever they get the best price. I favor garden centers, but a lot of gas stations have mulch too. Now, I like to work with mulch not because of its beauty, but because of the function of insulating. And the insulation is only that matter of slowing down the freezing that will inevitably take place. It'll get cold, darn right cold, and maybe just as deep in the ground over time as if it was not mulched. But the process is greatly slowed down by a layer of mulch, and that's what we're after. Now, I mentioned on the mum earlier in the program, and some other few plants, that if you get too much mulch on the crown of the plant, it can cause, well, death because of decay. Excuse me, for heaven's sakes. That being the case, be careful that you don't pile it on in the middle. Now, let's start with roses. A friend of mine, rosarian friend, had various ways of handling them. Those that were growing in the ground, he would get some good topsoil and pour it right down in the middle and create a little pyramid, 18 inches or so high in the middle, and let it spread out in the natural decline of sides. Let it settle down, and that would give him a good mulch and good soil to start with in the spring. He also had, as I remember, a bed of miniature roses that he did not mulch. As a matter of fact, though, he talked about trimming several hundred of them in less than an hour, and I thought, wait a minute. Now, I know he's good, I know he's fast. Well, he had a lawnmower with bigger diameter wheels that would cut them all off at 3 inches above the ground, and sharp blade, and he would mow them. Then he also had some large containers. They were pushing 4 and 5 gallon containers that he had some great big beautiful roses in, stems as big as thick as your thumb, and so on. He would stack them in a cold shed, not heated in any way. He would water them well, stack them up, pot to pot, above pot, a pot, and so on. I don't remember that he mulched those. I wish I could, but he did not feel the need for that. So there's 3 ways just one fellow is using. I quit mulching roses a long time ago. Kind of like we spoke earlier in terms of the changes with age, and in some cases the ravages of age. But in any event, it's just one of those things that I like to do mulching. I don't mind the area looking good by any means. I don't mind that the mulch will at least initially slow some weed growth down, but it's principally that matter of insulation. Now, just to jump ahead, spring, many people mulch too soon to deal with looks, and that, looks are great, but that actually, shall we say, insulates against the thawing of the soil, which we don't necessarily find advantageous to plants. So there's gardeners have to be on their toes. It's like finding out that you're in zone 7. No way. Somebody was very mistaken. And I too then disagree with the division in the state. But we're not going to get into a fist fight over it. It's just a matter of being careful.
Hey, thanks again for listening to today's podcast. If you have any questions for Fred, go ahead and email us at fred@planttalkradio.com. And for the best selection of vegetable, flower, and herb seeds available, go to www.stokeseeds.com. Pre-order your free 2017 gardening guide today from stokeseeds.com, cultivating successful growers for generations.